hovered above me. My best friend to 23. I heard the heavens crying above me. They gained an angel, I lost a friend. I felt like dying again and again. I went through hell, stared at death, but I keep fighting with each living breath. A summer way out from where I stood, felt like a fire burning for now you're gone.
All right, number one. All right, so quick update. Got here on the lake, ran to the back of a major creek, and I saw some shad. I threw around, I worked a lot of moving baits, top water, even threw a Senko around a little bit. The only thing I got bit on was a chatterbait. It's 8:30, sun's pretty much up already. The whole time I was back here in the creek, I just did not see a lot of action going on, a lot of signs of life. I mean, I saw some shad on my side imaging, but I did not see bass chasing shad. I did not see fish busting anywhere. So it looks kind of dead back here. I worked a lot of pads, a lot of grass. I even flipped some hyacinth mats. Something thumped my Senko, but I mean, that could have been a brim. I'm not convinced that this is where the action is right now. So let's go back to the ledges because that's where they were biting last. Let's see if we can put something together out there and hopefully catch some decent fish. Right there came off right into the net. Man, this sucker is eating good. He has just got a full belly on him. All right, so first ledge fish. This is the second ledge I've hit, and probably been ledge fishing for about 30 minutes now. So I don't see any reason for me to go back to anything shallow. Okay, as you can see, I lost audio. This doesn't last for very long. I switched over to a new microphone because I had that wind coming directly at me, and I was trying to mitigate the wind some. And of course, I lost audio altogether. So I'll just go ahead and kind of talk you through what's going on here. I I caught another fish out here on the ledge. And right here on this next part, this is where I decided to give a midday update. And what I basically said here was that it was a cool morning. As you can see, it's warmed up a bit. I'm not wearing a jacket anymore. I'm just wearing stuff to protect me from the sun. There was a lot of pressure on the lake. There were at least a couple tournaments going on and lots of people out on the ledges. It seemed like every, typical ledge spot that you pulled up to, there was already a boat on it. And as soon as somebody left, somebody else was pulling up on it. Anyway, you can see that there's barely any clouds in the sky. So high skies, bluebird day. I only caught that one fish up shallow, which this time of year is where the bite should be, in my opinion. I'm not going to tell the bass what to do, but typically this time of year, throwing some type of shad type of bait up shallow, around the pads, around the grass, a spinner bait or something like that, is where you're going to find these fish up shallow. But that shallow bite didn't materialize, and that kind of threw me off a little bit and kind of alluded to me that, it might be a tougher day. But it did seem that the bite was definitely better on the ledges, but still wasn't that great. Anyway, that's my midday update right there. And, once I get onto this next spot, the sound comes back on. Got a boat coming through. I'm trying to keep this fish down. Don't want them to see my spot. Oh man, that's a big one. Here we go. Nice Lake Talquin slaunch right there. Get a weight on it real quick. Not bad, a little over 5 pounds. It's been a pretty tough day. That's my 4th fish of the day, and it's 2 o'clock, so I don't even have a 5 bass limit yet. This is usually a spot that I don't catch a lot of big fish on. This is usually a numbers spot. I was just coming to this spot to try to catch some numbers, just because, like I said, that was my 4th fish of the day. It's just been really slow, and there's been a lot of boat traffic, and literally they're just going merry-go-round on all of these spots that are out here, all these obvious ledge spots anybody with decent electronics can find. This one feels heavy. This one feels like it's got some weight to it. It's because it does. Another solid bass. Here we go. All right, there we go. 4.67, 4.7, whatever. It's bouncing around, but a little over 4.5 pounds right there. And that's my 5 bass limit for the day. Let's see what time it is. Off she goes. All right, there we go. Time is, oh shoot, I was looking at the wrong time. My fish finder is on, doesn't factor in daylight savings time, but anyway. Time is 2:10. I don't know if you can see that or not, but 2:10 in the afternoon. And I got my 5 bass limit, so 14.5 pounds is what I would have had by 2:10 today. But I still got time to upgrade. Let's see if I can get rid of that 1 pounder that I caught back in the creek. Not bad. Alright, so I think we're going to go ahead and call it right there. You know, it was a good day. I caught some good fish. This was probably, I probably caught less fish today than I have in a long time. Since I'm fishing the ledges, I'm pretty much comparing these days to the days that I had out here during the summertime. And during the summertime, I was catching 20 plus pounds for my best 5 literally every other trip. And I had, you know, guests with me that can confirm that. I guess that's what I'm comparing it to. And again, like I said, that I'm not, this is the first time that I've fished this lake for a full year and all year round. I really don't know what to expect. I really don't know what the fall fishing is like here during this time, because I don't have anything to compare it to, because last year this time I was on Lake Jackson or messing around on Lake Seminole. So, you know, as you guys know, just a little recap, I started off in the back of a creek. I saw some shad back there. Not like I'd seen in other creeks, though. There's definitely other creeks that had a lot more fish in them. I thought I was going to go back there and at least smash it on a bunch of little ones at a bare minimum, but that wasn't the case. I caught 1 bass. That creek just wasn't active. I talked to another guy out here on the lake, and he said he caught some early on a fluke in another creek. I mean, maybe I should have been throwing a fluke instead of a chatterbait. As you can see, you know, I don't know if you can see or not, but my deck is littered with rods, and that's usually a sign of desperation. You know, you just throw everything you can think of for fall fishing on the deck of your boat and try a little bit of everything until something works. And you know what worked today is my confidence bait. And if you've watched any of my other videos, you know that I throw a straight tail worm a lot, and there's good reason for that. I catch a lot of bass on a straight tail worm, I catch a lot of quality bass on a straight tail worm, and for me it's just a confident bait. You know, if honestly, if I can't get them to hit a straight tail worm, then most times they're just not hitting at all. That's what I got them probably caught 99% of my fish on today. Yeah, in fact, that's what it was. The only other thing I caught something on was a chatterbait. So good old straight tail worm coming in clutch another day on the lake. And lucky for me, these Talquin bass, they love worms. Anyway, wanted to do a quick outro. I'm not finished fishing yet. I'm gonna go down towards where I put in, and I'm gonna fish around some pads and just see if I can catch something up shallow. I haven't tried anything shallow since this morning. Still, very solid day. I'm definitely not going to complain. Caught one a little over 4.5, caught one over 5, caught some 2-pounders in there, and a couple that were a little bit bigger than 1 pound. So very solid day of fishing. Let me get on out down here towards the ramp, and I'm going to fish around shallow. You know, if I catch something, you'll see it. And if I don't, well, then this is the end of the video. And I'll catch you guys next time. Take care.
Every time we say goodbye, they all see that it's a lie. 'Cause we always give it one last try. Yeah, you've watched me break 1,000 times. Now I'm all alone, 'cause you never show. You say you will, but then you don't. That's how it goes. Don't wanna know. I'm turning off my mind so I get by. I just wanna be happy, happy tonight. Happier tonight. Happier tonight. Can't be waiting for you in the morning. I'ma leave without giving a warning. I'ma leave without giving a